All right. Reflection number 5. This one is going to be about hookup culture and all the things associated with that. Uh, my take on hookup culture is that obviously there's going to be people that are in favor of it and people that are not in favor of it. But kind of going off, assuming you're going to watch these in order and fairly recently to each other, it kind of relates to a good extent about, the rule of Benedict. I mean, and kind of about what I was speaking about before, because ultimately speaking, as I've spoken in the past, people are going to work in their own interests, right? And for a lot of people, their best interests are going to be to quickly go into a relationship, get what they want, sexually speaking, and kind of just dip out because it's the least tedious way for them to get about what they're trying to achieve, per se. Um, but ultimately speaking, it fails. Right? And I was talking about before about religion and more specifically the rule of Benedict being that sort of that hand that kind of guides you per se. And to a lot of people, hookup culture may seem as a good thing in the short term, but ultimately speaking, you're kind of failing to a certain extent as an individual, as a person, by ultimately objectifying your partner as a means to an end per se, being used as something that is to be used and discarded and to move on. And ultimately, as Christianity and the rule of St. Benedict has taught us, is that, we need to care and love for each other. God doesn't need us, we need our neighbors, as we talked about in class. But just concepts such as this, I think, are so important to the next generation and kind of understanding where we need to stand versus where we are standing. I mean, people can continue to do as they want, but when they don't get the results they want in the long term, and they ultimately are haunted by the ghosts in which they've created, we certainly have problems. I mean, this cannot be disregarded. Um, so yeah, I would definitely say that people need to, and it irritates me even more. I mean, when you look at some people that just super fake with it. I mean, you have people that um, I don't know. I'll be talking to a friend, and it's like, oh yeah, this person got accused of a rape situation, hookup thing, and you go on their Instagram bio, and it has some Christian scripture, like a quote or whatever, and it makes me facepalm. It's just to say you are one thing and to do it is another. I think us as a group of individuals really need to really hone in on the concept of becoming one and kind of achieving a higher level of spiritual consciousness. Yeah, that's my thought on that.